It's a hot July night. I'm getting ready to celebrate my 13th year anniversary. We're going to cruise on down to the Riverwalk, and we're going to go to our favorite Mexican food restaurant, Caseria. We're going to enjoy some fine enchiladas and some tasty, tasty margaritas. Now, little did I know that my life was about to change in the most epic way. Over the course of our dinner and our Soto celebration, my wife told me that she was going to be filing for divorce. Panic. I believe it's common to maybe a near-death experience. I'm having floods of memories just pour over me. The sweat begins to build, and if you're a bald man like me, when sweat builds on the scalp, it drains down into the face and the stinging eyes. And I'm not going to say that I was crying, because the sweat was stinging my eyes. Hot flashes, sweaty down to the fingertips. I didn't know what was happening. It felt like a jab, jab, right hook. She told me that she'd held back so many things for so long that she didn't know how to approach them, and she didn't know how to tell me. She told me that I had become harsh, that I had become opinionated, and that I had a comment for everything. And of course, I firmly disagreed. But she used to point out the little things. When you pick up a plate to wash it in the dishes, well, if you're not going right, that's wrong. It's better cleaned left. If you're going to vacuum the rug, well, you need to do it in little sections, and then come halfway back up. If you're going to put that piece of furniture over there, don't you think that it would look better over here? If you're going to take out the trash, don't you think that you could put a liner back in it? Oh, I had a comment for everything. And she shared all the small ones and some of the great big ones with me. So our dinner ended that night, and we concluded our divorce and all the paperwork that goes along with it. And admittedly, I held a grudge. Not sure why, but I held a grudge for a long time. It was a little over a year that I began to reflect on some of the things that she had said. And the way that it came to me was it came to me through coworkers. It came to me through family, friends, social activities. I noticed that I was being slightly harsh or critical or opinionated. And those are starting to erode my relationships with all of those people in every facet of my life. Now, we had a barbecue. It was coming up. And this is what's really solidified it for me. Is the barbecue is a family event. So we're going to go there, we're going to have a good time, it's going to be fun, everybody's going to be energetic. And two relatives get into an argument. Now, normally what I would do is I'd whip out my trusty pointer finger to do a little scolding and patronizing, just kind of whipping that thing at them and offering up my opinions when I'm not even in the conversation. Can you imagine when two people are having a conversation and all of a sudden you just walk up and insert yourself, give your opinion, you're completely harsh, you've just been rude, and then you just walk away like it didn't bother you at all, and you completely destroy both of these people's world for the day. But I stood there for a minute and I thought to myself, this is it. I'm looking at it from afar. They're not too far over there. Do they really need me to come over there and tell them all that stuff? Seriously. Maybe they're just having fun. Maybe this is the way that they communicate with one another. And yes, they were arguing over sports, so it's just like one of those things that they enjoy. It's a rivalry. But they didn't need me over there offering up all those wonderful comments that weren't fun and then just walk off. They didn't need that no more. So on the night drive home, I began to think, was my wife right? Right, I can't believe it. And I was jab, hooking myself in the car. You know, looking in the mirror, tilting it, and being like, bam, bam, bam. You are kind of foolish. Now I gained perspective from that. And then what I started to do is I started to interact with my coworkers differently. My friends, my family, and everyone that I met, and my social interactions. And everything started to improve. So basically, I just shut up. And things got better. Imagine that. It's just like flipping a switch. Boom, hey, life's good. And I was really enjoying myself. Everything got better. The superpower, the catalyst for me, was actually divorce. Because I got some distance from it. And now I could see a ton of things that I hadn't seen before. Those harsh comments about literally washing the dishes a particular way, the way we set them in the tray, the way that we dry them off, the way that we put them in the cabinet. And I can see that every one of you can feel the pain right now. So true. Anybody would be absolutely tired of that. And I understood then that my wife being right actually helped me grow. Because I was so close to that relationship, I couldn't see anything else. I didn't know what I was doing. I was completely unaware. And she did it out of love. If you're unaware or aware, some friction, I was the unaware part, of your life, maybe it's time to give some distance. Take a few steps back and look at it with fresh eyes. And give yourself the gift of perspective.
Holy moly.
I like that.
This week.